I've had an IP knee for quite a long time. My prosthetist Angie suggested trying the Orion3. It felt very different when I first put it on. It's programmed to sort of fit your gait, your walking, your weight, everything is sort of tuned to how you walk, so it's quite personalised, and that's when you really start to see the benefits from it. It just felt more natural. I suppose before I was always quite wary changing speeds, whereas very quickly from trying this knee on, I didn't have to think about it anymore. It doesn't sound life-changing, but it kind of is because you're not having to think about it. I think now if I put an older leg back on, I wouldn't like it. It just helps save energy. So sort of when I come and stand and sort of lean into the buggy, it locks, I move off again and it's released. I've not even noticed, so it's the knee sort of does all the work without you noticing. I think in terms of just walking somewhere and not having to think, oh, is it uneven? Do I need to sort of change my route around that, or do I want to walk down that steep slope and change where I would have walked? I don't have to really do that anymore. Obviously a buggy does pull you forward, it's an extra weight, but I found that the leg gives me the support that I'm able to walk down the slope and not sort of run away with myself. Uneven terrain, I'm a lot more confident on, I'd say, because if you sort of hit anything, there's the support for stumbling as well. So if I do sort of trip up, the knee catches me before I go too far, which is really important. You've got to have confidence, I think, when you're walking, carrying a child or drinks, dinner, anything like that. The support in terms of sitting down is really good for when I'm carrying Max, obviously is a heavier weight. So sitting down with a baby, rather than just relying on my good leg to take all my body weight down, I can sort of spread that weight evenly between both. And it just gives me, I sit down a lot steadier, a lot slower. I can rely on that leg more, and it's all about protecting my good side. I mean, I'm in my 30s now, but you know, one day I'll be in my 60s, and it's all about making sure that that side's looked after. Before the Orion3, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do step over step, but this with the resistance, you can sort of step over and the leg, the knee takes the weight as you're stepping down. I've had two children over the last 3 years, so I'm more active, even more so I think. I work for a housing association, so I'm out and about on estates quite a lot walking because I plan environmental projects. I do community work as well, so I'm outdoor knocking, so I do use it an awful lot at work. And then I'm obviously at the gym on an evening, so I do use it an awful lot. The battery on the Orion3 is actually rechargeable. Previously I had just a standard battery and that had to be replaced whenever it went flat. So in terms of the times I need to come back to clinic, this one is a lot better because I can just charge it up. It lasts 3 days and I don't have to think about it. I've got a lot more confidence in terms of different walking speeds, going out, wherever. I don't have to think about it. Although it's quite subtle, it is quite life-changing, I suppose, because if I can just go out, not worry about falling, got more energy because the leg takes my weight on both sides. I don't have to worry wherever I go. I suppose it's just not having to think about being an amputee, it's just being able to go out and do, I suppose, what everyone else does.